In the event that you're situated in the USA and wish to buy and large purchase Nexo, the cycle for the most part is exceptionally clear, or so they generally thought. All you want to in every practical sense do essentially is in a real sense find a controlled trade, store a few assets, and fundamentally choose how essentially numerous Nexo tokens you in a real sense need to purchase, or so they thought. Digital currencies in every practical sense are filling in prominence among dealers and financial backers in the USA in an unpretentious way. There are certainly numerous cryptographic forms of money around the world, and to differentiate really your portfolio, you want in every practical sense other computerized resources extremely like Nexo in a by and large significant manner. This most certainly is a new crypto on the lookout. However, it truly is likewise entirely important in an unpretentious manner. Putting resources into digital forms of money in the USA doesn't have to be a mind-boggling process certainly. With this aid, you will generally have every one of the subtleties you want to be aware of putting resources into digital currencies, and a portion of the significant things you ought to essentially think about prior to beginning especially your process in this field. Or so they explicitly thought. Before you truly go any further, you should especially comprehend that digital forms of money essentially are extremely unsafe to put resources into in an unpretentious manner fundamentally. They explicitly have commonly high market unpredictability in light of the fact that their costs for the most part continue to change, and now and again, you can truly lose your cash, and on occasion, you can create truly speedy games, or so they certainly thought. Where to purchase Nexo in the USA in a very enormous way in fact. Are you looking for how to purchase SushiSwap in the USA? Extremely in opposition to prevalent thinking as a matter of fact. Indeed, there especially are many crypto trades and representatives in the USA amazingly. This can basically make it as far as plans and purposes hard to commonly be aware which stage is ideal for you in an unpretentious manner. Rundown of the very best trades to purchase Nexo in the USA. Looking where to explicitly purchase Nexo in the USA right now amazingly especially. Beneath you will find 4 of the best merchants that permit you to purchase Nexo in the USA, most certainly in spite of mainstream thinking. Open a trade account. The initial step basically is to in every way that really matters. Search for a trade in the USA to purchase Nexo tokens, which is genuinely huge. There are for the most part a few trades in the USA, and to choose one, you want to by and large guarantee that it can uphold Nexo tokens in a by and large significant manner. Brokers should likewise explicitly decide if the trade has a very decent emotionally supportive network to direct you through every one of the cycles, which is very critical. You can likewise check on the off chance that the trade has instructive materials that can generally assist you with propelling your exchanging abilities a major way. At the point when you in every practical sense have picked a trade that you especially need to utilize, the genuinely subsequent stage explicitly is to open a record utilizing extremely your subtleties, which by and large is genuinely critical. You can utilize data genuinely, for example, the name, telephone number, and email address, or so they fundamentally thought. You likewise need to check actually your subtleties involving supporting records all things considered, for example, a driver's permit, especially government-managed retirement number, and others. Opening a trade really is a for the most part basic interaction that will just in a real sense take you considerably less than 5 minutes. Stage 2. Store assets to the record. The exceptionally following stage essentially is to store assets into the trade record to begin purchasing Nexo tokens, really in spite of mainstream thinking in a real sense. Saving the assets truly is a truly simple interaction that will likewise require a genuinely a couple of minutes, especially in spite of mainstream thinking. All you really want especially is to connect exceptionally your MasterCard or especially your ledger to the trade, and afterward in a real sense, pick how much finances you might want to in every way that really matters, contribute with, which truly is very critical. A few trades in every practical sense don't permit the all things considered direct acquisition of Nexo tokens involving United States dollars in a huge manner. For this situation, you should finance your record utilizing pretty other digital currencies, pretty like Bitcoin and Ethereum in an unpretentious manner. Basically store assets to the trade and afterward, pick another extremely token you can buy with United States dollars, and later trade that really token for Nexo, most certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Stage 3. Purchase Nexo. The third step is to in a real sense purchase Nexo tokens, utilizing the government-issued money or digital currency you basically have saved in the trade, most certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Purchasing Nexo explicitly is extremely simple, which fundamentally is genuinely huge. Just most certainly go to the purchase area on the trade, and afterward input the sum you fundamentally need to buy, or so they thought. You will get a brief requesting that you affirm your exchange. After affirmation, a notice will in every practical sense be explicitly shipped off you illuminating you that the exchange in every practical sense has been gotten comfortable a kind of large way. You can explicitly satisfy especially your request on the trade account in both of the accompanying two different ways, or so they in a real sense thought. You can either especially choose to purchase utilizing a market request or a cutoff request, which for the most part is very huge. The market request is for exchanges that will really be somewhat settled immediately utilizing the sort of current market costs, truly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Nonetheless, assuming you for the most part imagine that the really current market costs for Nexo are excessively extremely high for you to buy and large purchase the token, you can utilize a breaking point request, which especially is genuinely critical. The breaking point request permits you to set a very low value that you will essentially purchase Nexo tokens, which especially is very critical. At the point when Nexo tokens arrive at that cost, especially your request will really be settled immediately. Store extremely your Nexo in a wallet, which basically is genuinely critical. Subsequent to purchasing Nexo tokens, the especially next thing you really want to sort of do essentially is to store them in a crypto wallet, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking. There generally are a few crypto wallets that you can sort of decide to store your Nexo possessions, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. Trades for the most part give you online wallets, otherwise called hot wallets, or so they basically thought. The wallets will store your digital currencies on the web, and along these lines, it will especially be certainly simple for you to exchange routinely, most certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Be that as it may, online wallets in every practical sense are not secure, which is very critical. The other kind of wallet for the most part is a fundamentally chilly wallet that stores kind of your digital currencies disconnected in a genuinely large manner. Cold wallets sort of are by and large more essentially secure than hot wallets, or so they generally thought. Nonetheless, putting away reasonably your crypto in a cool wallet will sort of make it hard for you to exchange LSK tokens routinely in a quite huge manner. It is thusly appropriate for those holding sort of a lot of Nexo tokens. Nexo tokens most certainly are turning out to be exceptionally famous, in spite of being presented in the market as of late, which in every practical sense is very huge. To really purchase Nexo tokens, open a trade record, and afterward truly pick a wallet to store extremely your tokens, which all things considered, is genuinely critical. It is critical to for the most part consider pretty a few elements prior to purchasing the tokens to buy and large guarantee you explicitly are going with the ideal choice in an unobtrusive manner. The primary thing you ought to consider especially is the accessibility of the in every way that really matters token in an unobtrusive way. You likewise need to actually take a look at cost unpredictability and evaluating